coming to you 4 minutes late if we were in Colorado. Hello.
Hello.
Wasn't talking to you. I was talking to now.
Okay. It is the day before Friday the 13th. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. And I feel like today was Friday the 13th, if you believe in such superstitions. Some people
I
like the
don't.
number 13.
I
Others
do not.
What?
I don't believe in superstitions.
You don't? My mother does.
She's got silly superstitions. Hey, Deborah.
Laura. Hello,
I'm using
welcome.
a slightly different setup today. And I'm having a little bit of issue getting it just right because I'm a nudnik when it comes to that.
I don't know.
There we go. That's a little better.
So, have fun.
On the way to
Deborah.
Florida, drive
Enjoy.
carefully.
You're always doing.
Eyes on the road. Eyes on the road.
So,
Use theater of the mind.
the topic
There's a-
of the day
Yes.
is karma. And we were inspired to talk about it. Just, just in general, just life, right? And I think we hear that all the time.
Hey, Billy.
Right? So, I don't know. We're givers. So, I don't know. And maybe if we've ever done anything that, I hope no one has ever said, well, you hear the saying, I'm not even saying anything, you hear the saying, karma's,
A bitch?
a bitch. And
No, I think it all derives from,
what?
of like, do you do the right thing? Because if you do the right thing, then you don't fear karma.
But it's subjective. So the thing is...
Well, I mean...
Okay, no. So here, as I look it up, it says, you get served what you deserve. Okay? That's what karma, right? Karma. Life is a boomerang. What you give, you get. Okay? I know, right? A little cliche. Or everything you do comes back to you. Again, boomerang, rubber band, right?
Right.
Comes back to you, right? Karma's a bitch. It's coming back to you, right? So it's like, oh, you know what? If you do that to me, Robert, let's even talk about us, right? I don't wish that on you.
Us.
Married people and partners, they fight or they disagree about things. Or they may not be on the same page, but you got to be more on the page than not, right? They
Right.
should, right?
No,
so,
but
so
like,
I'm not going to say you're going to get yours, Robert.
No.
Right?
But karma can take on all different forms, right? There's good karma and bad
Well,
karma.
let me read this and then you can reflect on that, okay? So there are two things I want to read and then you can go from there, all right?
Okay.
Because I looked up something and it was fear-based karma and love-based karma, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Love-based brings lessons for your soul's personal growth and continue to bring the life lessons back around until you learn them, okay? So life lessons
But
for your soul's personal growth, okay? So that's love-based karma. Fear-based karma, okay? And fear is a toughie, right? Because fear, okay, it depends on am I supposed to just accept this? That's how I felt when I read the fear-based is you reap what you sow. Karma is the consequences, both good and bad, that are brought to you based on your actions, good and bad. You are judged by your actions. Okay? And it says you will never understand something else that I read. You will never understand the damage you did to someone until the same thing is done to you. Karma. That's why I'm here. So, are there some people that are just, that are bulletproof? Because I'm not bulletproof.
Well,
I'm just not bulletproof. I can take it. I can take a lot. I can take a lot. I am strong. I'm confident. I am as sensitive and as emotional as I am. Okay? If someone knows who I am, I'm like, why would they do that?
But
intentionally.
Well, because some people, I believe, right, are listen, if you're going to talk about yin and yang, right?
Which I love, yin and yang.
Okay.
Right?
Then
The dark and the
wouldn't
light.
it make sense to say, wouldn't there be as many people on that are negative and bad as there are good?
Yeah.
Wouldn't
well,
there
there
be
are.
equal?
There are.
I
There
mean,
are.
if the universe
There are.
is
You're
in
right.
balance, wouldn't there essentially be an equal amount of good people as there are bad people? And if that's the case, that means that there's a very small percentage of the bad people that are kept separate from the rest of society. The fact of the matter is,
Why?
well, because look, half the population is not in prison or institutionalized, is it?
Well, but that's crossing a whole other line.
No. But if we're saying that there's an equal amount of good and bad in the world,
Oh.
wouldn't that stand to reason that along the continuum, that half of the population would be bad and half good?
And bad and good and positive
And
and
that's
negative
subjective.
is
So
subjective.
that means, like, from the bad being, okay, I'm going to murder somebody, to, let's say, I'm going to park in a handicap spot because I don't give a shit and it's closer for me, to, I don't know, taking a magazine home from the doctor's office, right?
Those are all good examples. I'm impressed with what you just did.
So-
You are so smart.
All
of those things.
wrong,
Right.
essentially.
Oh, by the way,
but along a
I
continuum.
have taken a magazine.
But along a continuum
I'm
of
bad.
wrong, right?
So is that so? You mean if I take a magazine, do you think a doctor who invests in getting these subscriptions to these magazines,
Hmm?
do you think they're saying karma's a bitch? Like,
No, because probably in that case,
it's in the
what
scope of
happens
things.
is,
Yeah.
that's kind of what people do, right?
Or do they?
I would always. Speaking of that, I apologize for the allergies are horrible.
Yeah.
You go to the dentist's office and someone's already circled the hidden pictures in Highlights magazine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just tear the page out.
What's
of it.
with that?
Just tear the page
know?
out. But the thing
No.
is okay.
So,
but but
right,
the
so
thing is,
there's a
I'm guilty. I
continuum
think we're
of
all
wrong
guilty.
stuff.
We're all guilty of something. But I think it's interesting, this fear-based and love-based, because then I think about the bless and release we talk about. Because you'll say to me, Holly, bless and release. And then you could say that probably
But
9 out of 10
you're
times.
so much
that
better
10
off.
times.
You're so much better off blessing and releasing.
That's correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if you like.
Because
there
it's
are
reaction,
some people.
but that's talking
hang
about
on.
reaction, and we
there are
talked
some
about that.
people that I know. Okay. That
Can't.
suffer a little bit of road rage. Right?
Yeah.
And everything on the road pisses them off.
Everything. If they
Okay.
don't go the second
And
that
they're
light turns
and
green.
they're the and it's like, for me, it's like, you know what?
I know. You said this.
To get into an altercation with somebody,
It's not right.
right? For that moment, because you're pissed off, right? Then you've got that person in your life for a long. If something goes wrong,
You got pissed off at me at this
right?
checkout.
Let's say
Wait a
that
second.
something goes
Why don't you
wrong,
check
and
it out?
this guy decides to break your window or punch you, or
Deborah, we
you
know you're
punch
kind
them,
and
or
thoughtful.
something like that, right?
We identify as kind and thoughtful
Now
people
you've
too.
got now you got this person in your life for longer than this 15 seconds.
True.
Okay. Because you decided to flick a finger or something, or
Don't
yell
do that.
something or whatever. Now you got this person in your life for longer than this 10 seconds that you would have had
Well,
after they beeped at you or whatever.
I'm going to get on lighter mode. What about the self-checkout last night at ShopRite with me and the bags?
I
mean, really, you're frustrated. You're annoyed at me, and you're
I
gonna be mad.
cannot officially now, from this point, I'm going to make this announcement.
We're not using it.
Or I am doing the entire operation myself.
Okay, much better. Okay.
You can, at that
Good.
point, you can head to the car.
But it is ridiculous.
But you don't. Do you understand how it works?
Yeah, because they have to
Tell
fill
me-
groceries in the bag.
How do they feel it? Using what?
What the bag is on.
What do they call that?
Scale.
And what are they measuring?
The weight of something going
Okay.
into the bag.
So if the computer knows how much the box of whatever is supposed to weigh,
yeah.
right?
So
and you put it in,
My hand is there.
and then you take it out again.
It's not there.
Because you want to move it from that bag to
No, it's
that
not.
bag.
Come on, Robert. That's not
It
true. I mean, they give you.
confuses-
They don't give you. No, I'm sorry. It is not.
Oh.
You're. I can't even. Okay, I'm not gonna. Let's
it
forget
may
it.
not be a
Forget
good
it.
system.
Forget it, Robert.
But that is the system.
Yeah, but
it
you
works
really-
by weight. So you can't. You have to put it into
You
the
know what?
bag
Okay,
and let
you
go
already-
and leave it
You
there.
figured out the solution. You're gonna do it yourself.
That
You
is
know
the
what?
solution.
That's fine. I don't. First of all, I wanted to stay in the car, didn't I? I did want to stay in the
All
car.
right, my bad.
Okay, and it didn't matter because you didn't need me to choose the food for dinner. But anyways, I'm not wishing anything bad on you, and I'm not wishing anything bad on ShopRite, okay? And I'm not wishing
I'm
anything
wishing
bad on
something
anybody.
bad on
No, I'm not wishing anything bad on anybody, okay? Listen,
No.
we all have our
But
thresholds.
the thing is, right? You know, you.
Do people ever realize that? Do you do things? Did you ever realize, okay, that like if you do that, okay, that maybe you should have been more thoughtful or considerate or thought outside the box regarding this, that, or the other? Do you know what I mean? Like,
No,
I mean, what is some?
most of the time people don't think beyond
Don't think.
themselves.
No, they don't think.
Or what suits them, right? And that's just kind of human nature, right? It's self-preservation.
But I'm not
It's
fear-based. The
it's-
thing is, I'm not I'm not an
So
eye
it
for an eye.
becomes evident.
I'm not an eye for an eye. I'm not a tit for a tat person, okay? But I'm thinking is karma is like, I know what goes around comes around, right? All those sayings that go along with karma, right? But like, I have to tell you, we have had a lot of wonderful things happen in our lives. And then there have been other things that have been disappointing,
Yeah, shitty.
right?
And some of it we've been in control of, and some of it we haven't.
A lot of it we haven't been. Actually,
Well,
no.
Some of it we have. Like if I could take back
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
our whole ordeal with protecting Wedding Podcast Network,
Yeah.
I think my life would be a lot better overall. Like that.
But you know what? But at that
2
time,
years of my life
Yeah, but
was
that-
like
yeah. But that,
hell.
but don't, right. That is absolutely true. So don't give your power away. You are so smart, Deborah. I love it. So don't give you, that is true. And that's why you can't be fear-based. Okay? It's a
Right.
lesson in life on how, and we learned a lot of things. We get feedback from people and we really do want to do
Deborah,
better.
I think you're always nice. How can you be anything but
I think
nice?
everyone has their threshold of when, you know, when you get aggravated when you see the way people are. You know, sometimes
Just a lot of jerks out there. I mean, it's just,
I mean, I'm
Mm.
so grateful to be part of this Livingston community, and something happened, which we're not going to discuss, but something happened that kind of like, really?
it just kind of makes you shake your head.
SMH? Really?
Yeah, it's
You
like
know,
one
and
of
I'm
those-
thinking like, really? I mean, active were highly involved people. Hey, Jen.
They're not gonna bring me down.
We are no, but I think this is part of our release, right? But I think that we're not the only ones. Listen, anything we talk about, the truth of the matter is every time we talk about something, I really do believe it's relatable. You know, Ellen DeGeneres did an amazing, whatever it was, like a
You
7.
don't have to say Ellen DeGeneres. You can just say
Everyone knows Ellen, right? Ellen did an amazing stand-up show, right? That she wanted to do. She had
Like
this,
people know Holly.
well, there are a lot of people that know
There
Holly.
are. There are.
And there were a lot of people, even when we went to the meeting yesterday, you know, that says, you know, someone saw us at night, like, oh, you know, the
Yeah,
two
that's
of you were always, you know, together or something. And I'm like, oh, no, it was at the chamber meeting. You know, I know who it was. Again, it doesn't matter who. But this is someone I've known for a long time, okay? Like over 20 years, 25 years, because I met her, I remember being pregnant with Lindsay. And you know something?
Nope.
No, it said, wow, the two of you are always together. And I'm like, I'm not sure if she means online or she means in person or whatever. But I'm like, she's with her partner when she
Both.
goes to things. She's with her partner.
Both.
Okay? So the thing is, and I like that identity. I like that people know that we work together and live together and parent together. But honestly, okay, I like when people know who I am for Holly too. I mean, you know I like that.
You don't
Like a lot.
Holly, you don't have to ever worry about you losing your individuality, do you? Really?
Well, no, because it matters to me. And that's a whole
course.
other topic, individuality. But I think it's so important. I said this years ago, not years ago, I learned this years ago. I think it was in the back of a Glamour magazine. I know, and it was so impactful. It was so long ago. It was like,
I always quote from Mad Magazine.
it's so important to have 3 things: private time, couple time, and family time. And all 3 of them, and I'll even add in friend time. But me time could be composed of those things.
Yes.
And I think that you cannot, it is not selfish, okay? It is not narcissistic to have private time. Things that you want to do, whether it be reading, watching a movie you like, going to see a movie by yourself if you don't have someone to go with. What's the difference? You can't talk in the movies anyway.
Sitting in the dark.
Okay, so what is it? Or if I want to go play mahjong with my, that's me time, okay? And that's not something Robert, does. If Robert wants to go be with his video guys and then wants to do some other things, car shows with Alex, that's
Talk
your
about
time.
lumens. If we want to talk about lumens and
I do not. He will go to Unique
and
Photo and
shutter speeds.
He'll get his. But there are other things like that we mutually love. Most things we really do. We're friends. But the thing is you
That's
don't.
why I wanted you to come into ShopRite with me.
Okay.
Because those were our early date nights.
I don't.
When we first.
I know, but I don't like it
When we
anymore.
first.
I didn't like it then, really either. I went because you wanted me
Bull,
to.
you know what?
No, that is not. No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
never
I'm
liked it.
calling BS on
No,
that.
I liked even getting shop kicks with you until I realized,
I'm
what?
talking about Bayonne.
I don't remember.
In this
I
supermarket.
don't remember that at all.
Come on.
I don't remember that. But that's something you love. And you and your father both love going to the supermarket. And you do. And there are a lot of, actually, I think there are more men. Actually, didn't I make it a point the other day in ShopRite? I said, oh my God, there are so many men here. I mean, and I wasn't looking at men.
What time
I
of
just
day?
noticed that was the gender.
You don't have to defend yourself.
Where were we? We were in, maybe it was last night? No, it wasn't. It was the other day. Oh, it was Sunday. When would we go to get, I think it was Sunday. We were going to the market to buy the steak, and we didn't end up having, no. It was the night you made the steak tacos.
Really matter.
No, it was the night you made the steak. I think it was Monday night. And we went shopping, and I was like, wow, I don't even know. The days all blend and I blur. So, Jen, I know someone who wants to volunteer who does music therapy. Wants to go into music therapy, is amazing with music. They would like to volunteer at Lifetown. So if you have any information, please message me. Offline. Really appreciate that because there's really amazing volunteer opportunities, and I think it would be really special to. I'm always out there, and volunteerism matters. So. Because I think what you do there is phenomenal. So I just want you to know that. As well as Jill Neff and Jill Cohen. Those are three people that we know.
All of the people involved.
Well,
Then
yeah,
you
well,
don't
they're my
have to-
friends. You're right. All of the people
All of the
involved.
people
It is an
involved.
extraordinary destination, and it will be a globally recognized one without a doubt. Anyways, that's an offline because you know what? There's no karma there because there is goodness there. All right, really goodness that I have seen in people. So yes, I do want people to know who I am. I want people to know who I stand for. I want to introduce people to people. I want people to be able to work together and figure out great ideas together to do amazing things, whether it be...
But your energy is known for that.
Thank you. Well, I want to be known, and I know some people think I'm loud, and so I am loud. I don't have to think it. I am loud, and you know what? But I care more than anything else, and I get very.
You don't care that you're loud.
No, I don't care that I'm loud because you hate how loud I am, and I hate
I
the word
do.
hate. But you hate how loud I am.
do.
But and I'm louder to you. I'm
No,
louder to
you're
you.
not louder
No, you
than
can
me.
hear me. You can hear me. I can talk softly. And
You
no.
can't talk
I
softly.
can. I just choose not to. You know that. So karma. I don't want it to be fear-based, okay? Because it isn't about fear. And I know sometimes you talk about that. It's it could be petty. It could be unsettling. It could be I just don't understand. I'd like there to be an open line of communication where people could have a better understanding of that, how things can really, really actually sabotage what other people are doing. But the thing is something you just have to move on. And you just have to operate in being your best possible person. What are you looking up?
No, you can keep talking.
I don't know. You should have looked it up while I was doing all that
go ahead.
talking.
Go ahead.
For instance, someone reached out to you asking about the CBD products, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone reached out to you. All I wanted to do is pay it forward and tell the brands that this person could explore for their family to be healthy. Hey, Stacy, I'm so sorry I didn't get to see you Monday. This has been a really hard week, and I would rather have been with you. I really I love you. So, karma, like, I'm like, just, I don't know, like, even when it was so, like, it's so nice. Just ask someone. Would you be okay with that? Would you like to be involved with that? Would you like to, would you mind if, I was thinking of, I came. You don't need permission, really. Like I have discovered a lot of speakers, Robert, at a variety of events that I go to, and I really believe everybody is their own entity. Like that, they can decide. If they're part of, like when we've seen panels and I've invited people to be speakers at our events. Okay, I don't think if they don't have necessarily a relationship with that business, they're free enterprise. So that's not, because we saw, remember, like someone came to one of our events, right? And then they created their own event. Now, mind you, this is not the first time it's happened.
Right.
Right? So I'm like, okay, we get, then, do you take it personally? You don't want to take it personally.
Often imitated, never duplicated. It's the way it's always been for us. Mm. We've always been people who have come up, and I don't mind saying this. I'm quite proud of it. We've come up with some pretty phenomenal ideas.
Yeah.
Over the years. I'll defend that till the day they put me in the ground or burn me up.
Yeah, agreed.
We have come up with some pretty phenomenal ideas.
And it's unbelievable how people
ideas that have set the pace for other things, to happen.
And to help other businesses.
To help other businesses, other people. Always done in the right vein, right? Always done
to serve.
To serve and better and to improve. That's really what
we want others to be successful.
What it's all about.
So we're
proud of what we've done.
Right.
And we've always been
credited.
Far enough ahead where it hasn't really. Sometimes I let it matter.
Right.
But
and me too. We have feelings.
Right.
So we've always credited those where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to inspire others to.
And we obviously have.
I guess that is true. So
it just makes us more motivated.
Right.
It really does at this point in our careers. Instead of it dragging us down, it really propels us forward.
Right.
It's
a compliment.
It is, and it just like even tonight, spurred an idea for us to do something else for the community.
But again, it's just because it's again, if you're serving, okay, ultimately you want to believe that people are creating programming to help others for not necessarily always, I'm not doing it to make us look good. I'm doing it because that's what we do.
The byproduct is that we look good. That's the byproduct. So we're doing the right thing. We're helping people, and people are appreciative, and they say thank you, and come back. We just did a calculation. Almost 100% of all of our flash tickets that went and sold out were people who have been to our event before.
So they must have had a good enough time to want to come back. Right?
Yeah.
But do you know what I really believe about those people? They really want to continue to meet the brand ambassadors. And we try to explain that to the brands.
Listen, we know, and we are happy to discuss with anyone. We're creating an environment that doesn't exist. Bottom line, okay? Look at it at the surface. You can see whatever you want. We are creating experiences that do not exist anywhere else. Okay? They're singular events. And you know why they're singular events? Because we're producing them. Nobody else is producing them. So how could somebody be producing exactly what we produce? They can't, because they're not us. They don't have our experience. They don't have our tool set. So that's why.
So that's why it's a free it's democracy.
Absolutely, and we knew and we learned over time that we can't prevent that from happening. What we have to do is we have to keep innovating and we have to keep moving forward, right?
And stay true to the mission.
And stay true. And you know what? We're blazing that trail, and that's okay. Someone needs to do that. Someone needs to be out there first.
But there were other people that
You
were
know?
there. No, but there were people before us
Yeah, of
that
course.
we've met.
Of course. So listen.
Hi, Carl.
Hey, Carl. So here. So if you see us this weekend, right? We're going to be at Stockton. We're going to be. We're going to be in Atlantic City. And we're going to... These are one-of-a-kind, custom-made for us by Mood Mats. Our Canna Pop-Up Mood Mats. Right? So if you see us around Atlantic City, around Stockton University, and you say hi and ask us, hey, you got a mood mat? If we have any mood mats left, it's yours. How's that?
Look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Carl. So we are proud to be part of an industry that is everywhere right now. I mean, at least the talk of it is everywhere right now. And we are going to remain true to being there for you. You know, that's it. You have questions. If we can't answer them, we'll get you the people that can.
And we do it every day. We do it every single day. You know, there were 2 people who reached out to us today about needing someone to connect with for CBD. One for their child and another one for their a friend. A parent, friend, a sibling, I think.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't remember who
we
it
get
was.
it every day. Every day, people are reaching out to us.
And of course, we're able to connect
them with brands that we value,
right,
and that we
and
know
that we
that can
trust,
deliver
and
the safest, tested, seed to self products that can
And we
alleviate said conditions.
And we know that
and it is about influence.
that you can get, right, like the CBD brands, right? You know, Carl's a CBD brand, right? You know, it's got to be a little bit nerve-wracking for CBD brands these days. We understand that we're not a brand, right? We're event producers, okay?
Which is a confusion
and
for a lot of people.
content producers. They're like, oh, what do you sell? Like, we don't
Everyone
sell
keeps
anything.
thinking we're selling CBD. We don't
right?
sell
We
it.
create the experiences, right?
And we're elevating.
But we see this and a lot of people don't realize if you're in the CBD space, marketing is an incredibly challenging from banking to credit card processing to advertising, right? Facebook won't take our money, Instagram won't take our money, Google won't take our money, right? So here's the dilemma, right? All of these CBD brands, and there are new CBD brands coming on the scene every single day.
So how do you set yourself
every
apart?
day?
So the thing is, listen, sales are important. We get it, okay? Sales are important. But create experiences for people. That's what's memorable.
And ask any Fortune 100 company how important brand recognition is, right? When a market
it's all being lumped in together. It's CBD.
Exactly.
Just CBD.
But here's the thing.
CBD.
We went to a meeting a couple of days ago down Central Jersey, and you know, on the ride, we're on Route 18. I passed 2 CBD stores, right? Both with CBD signage out front, right? Both of them were, I would have been a little bit nervous going in from how they looked from the outside. So the dilemma becomes, right? You either have a choice to get CBD, which most people don't know about, right? Don't know. So you could either go into a vape shop or a smoke shop that has a CBD section, and some of them are quite robust.
And big selections.
But our demographic of attendees wouldn't feel comfortable going through the doors of a shop like that.
I would.
That's
not my thing.
I get it.
I don't do that.
I get it. The other option, and we were there, right? We'll talk about it again. ShopRite, okay, pisses me off even more because not only is it, locked in a cabinet with Nicorette products and Juul products, okay? They don't even have the sense to take the CBD products, which they have locked up because they're expensive, okay? Put them in the pharmacy. It's medicine, right?
We talked about that. We said we're going to talk about it because it really is.
But
and you know
I'll
what?
bet
And
you.
that'll help the brand.
I'll bet
you. Think about that?
Let's take a bet. Deborah wouldn't feel comfortable. I'm going to take a bet. I'll bet you if I go in.
And she's the consumer.
How many pharmacists and pharmacy techs even know about the endocannabinoid system? Let alone what the products do and what the dosage should be and what the results can be expected.
But by the way, Drew just came on. Hello, Drew.
Hello,
Drew's
Drew.
an event planner. So, Drew, okay, we should talk to him about doing something in Connecticut.
Okay.
No. Because I think working together with Drew would be fun.
It would.
So, karma, just end your thoughts on karma, honey.
So stay true, do the right thing, and hopefully the stuff that, like, when you get perceived of doing the wrong thing, hopefully it wasn't, like, intentionally, wrong, right? People always make mistakes and always, do the wrong thing, right?
Well, sometimes,
but it's
no,
that
but it's not-
intentional,
right,
that's that
right.
intentional wrong that comes back to haunt you, right? We've learned to take what we used to see as a negative of people trying to do what we do,
Copycats.
right? And it would consume me. It would consume
Him
me.
more than me.
And now it just spurs me on. It just shows me that we're onto something. Where we've tapped into a chord that resonates, right? But the thing is, people don't know what we know. And people
that's
don't know
okay.
what they know.
No. And the thing is, there
So-
were so many, listen, we also see how many events there are in this space right now.
Oh, sure,
sure.
sure.
I mean,
And you know what? Truth be told,
Yeah,
there's
sometimes
lots of people out there. There's lots of room for lots of events. Right?
Right. And products.
Products. It's so early in the process for everybody that everyone's trying to find their
Get
own
a piece of it.
space, right? Of what works and what doesn't. And I have to tell you, there's a lot of people out there that get angry. They're angry. They feel like, there's some people that have been in cannabis for, let's say, 5, 6, 7 years, right? And they're looked upon in this space as veterans. And it's crazy if you think about it. If someone 5 years, how could you be a veteran of anything in 5 years? Well, let me tell you. The cannabis space moves at the speed of light, right? And we just passed our 1 year, right, of in this space, a little more than 1 year, about a year and a half now,
well, our
right?
first event was in November. If
First
you count
event,
the
but I'm
online.
looking at, like, kind of our domain, like when we got the domain,
And
kind
everything
of,
that,
and all that, right?
Putting ourselves out there as a brand with our business
Right,
cards.
exactly.
Right? And our
Yeah,
postcards.
right. So when we think about it and compare it to other businesses and
We should talk about that too.
industries that we've been a part
about
of,
that collateral that every
Yeah, we
business
can't
needs.
today,
Not
so
to, no. But I'm saying that would be a good live.
it's like, this is very different, right? It moves at a different pace. But I think what we've been able to do, even for with just about everybody, right, is establish some sort of relationship and some sort of rapport.
Relationships first, and we've
Right?
had an open door.
And
Our door is always open.
And we don't fear anymore, right? That worry, that looking over your shoulder,
Lori.
right? When you spend too much time looking over your shoulder, you know what happens? You don't see what's in front of you, and you may miss something. You may trip over something. You may fall off a cliff, okay? So you really should always be looking forward.
But you also might need some CBD for that crick in your neck.
That crick in your neck, you should. And sometimes I feel that crick in my neck, and I always know it's from stress which is formed by looking over my shoulder, can't do it. But it's human nature, you know, to kind of,
To give yourself a break.
you know, to kind of look around.
I know
and
you're doing
see,
the right, like Roger
right?
started
but,
off.
But
know
you
you're doing
use
the right
it,
thing.
right. You use it as energy to fuel what it is that your mission is all about. And as long as you do that,
And you stay true to that.
then
know?
you're golden, whatever it is. And if you're still trying to figure it out, just keep doing it. And you know what?
You'll figure
it out.
Yeah. Or surround
know?
yourselves with the people that know.
And if you're doing it and you haven't figured it out yet, then maybe you haven't found the right spot. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's not that it's what you're doing. It's maybe the universe is waiting. Maybe it's like you're circling the block for the perfect parking spot. You're circling the block for the perfect parking spot, and then unbelievable, you pull up and someone pulled out right in front of the building.
And we've done that.
And you're like, holy cow, there's the spot.
So, anyways, I just had a good text message that made me happy. So I'm going to say, bid thee farewell for this evening. We are going to be in AC this weekend. Don't forget, we'll have
Yes,
the
we'll
moon
be in
match. So come say hi.
Stockton. We'll be in Atlantic City.
So we're going to see a lot of our kind of family.
Watch
We're going to meet a lot of
for
new
us. The flash sale tickets are all sold out.
people. Early bird.
Early bird is going on till the 29th
So
of the month.
get your tickets. Come, join us.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of Livingston
check us out.
and neighboring towns people on tonight, and nothing would make me happier to see you at our next event on October 10th. And we are grateful for your tuning in. We hope that it was brought you value, that there was something thought-provoking, that you may have thought of something in your life that you say, to address karma in a different way.
Use it to your advantage.
Right. Use it as a release. Use it as a release. And knowing, or reassess what you did. And if you didn't.
You may not see the universal line. You may not witness it with your eyes. It doesn't mean that it didn't align or it isn't aligning. Okay? You're just not aware of it yet. So, stay the course. And that, everything will fall into place the way it should.
So, have a wonderful evening, everybody. Oh, wait, I want to say one more thing. I want to say happy birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday.
You want to know to who?
No. Oh.
I'll have a few people today, but who I want to say happy birthday to
Share. Who?
is Heidi's mom, Judy.
Ah, okay.
Happy birthday to Heidi's mom, Judy. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.